Morning, guys. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday, getting to spend some time with their family and getting to do what they want to do on this fine Memorial Day weekend. I went to a service call this morning that I'm going to get to and tell you about, and I'm not real happy about what I found, and I might go off a little bit about it, but yeah, so Memorial Day weekend. So I'm not getting a Memorial Day, I'm working, like I told you yesterday. I had a really labor intensive week on that crawl job that I just 99.9% completed. It turned out real nice. If you haven't checked it out, I got it documented every day of the week, Monday through Friday, the entire project. I'd appreciate it if you check it out. They're all within about 15 to 20 minute videos. I think one of them might be 25. But if you invest the time in that, I'd really appreciate it, because I put a lot of work into that project and a lot of work into compiling the documentation, aka video, for that huge project. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about doing the right thing for customers on service calls. And I know a lot of you guys are going to say that I leave money on the table, that I continually leave money on the table by doing the right thing for the customer. But I think doing the right thing and leaving money on the table initially pays off in the long run. And I think a lot of the time we tend to only look at what's right in front of us instead of the big picture, and I've always been a big picture kind of guy. So I know for a fact that I will get my money back and then some, due to good word of mouth and doing the right thing for a customer. So in that note, I want to show you guys some recent reviews I've gotten from customers. I got it right here. It's all right here. That's me. So let me read them off for you. So this is the job I just completed, the one I was just talking about this week. She sent this last night. We had a fantastic experience with this locally owned HVAC company. From the moment we made the initial call, Josh was very responsive and quick to schedule an estimate. He arrived soon after and was both personable and knowledgeable, answering all of our questions clearly and thoroughly. He got us on the schedule within just a few weeks. And when the time came for the install, the crew showed up early each day, me and my brother, and got right to work. It's rare to find a company that's this reliable and professional while still maintaining that friendly local business feel. Highly recommend for anyone needing heating and cooling services. And then it's always good on these reviews. This is a Facebook review. They also did a Google review for me too, to respond. So I just said thank you. I always love helping out local families. You guys are great to work for. Then I just threw in a couple more just so you guys don't think I'm full of it. But I got more reviews here. These are all Facebook reviews. Here's one. This was last summer, but you guys get the point. I have a bunch of more recent ones, but this is just what printed out first here. We contacted Josh about installing an AC. He was very responsive, informative, and professional. He got it done in a timely manner, and what a blessing. We highly recommend Seat and Heating and AC. Another one here, Josh made the process so easy. He's super quick to respond and very informative during the entire process. Glad we chose him for our project. Thanks, Josh. And then here's the last one I'll just read to you. And I'm responding to all these. I'm always telling them thank you and that I appreciate it and all that good stuff. So you want to keep a good rapport. These are people I still talk to and do maintenance for. From the quote to install was just over a week. Great work and great communication, all just in time for the higher temps. Thank you, Josh and team, for an excellent job. Highly recommend. So, the proof's in the pudding with those reviews. Some guys pay for reviews. I don't even know how you do that. And I've actually had somebody accuse me of that locally, that I was paying for reviews to try to make myself look better. But honestly, I don't even know how to do that. I've never even thought about doing that. Why would anybody want to do that? Maybe because they suck and they can't get reviews on their own merit. But anyway, I just wanted to read that off to you because I was going to circle back here to today's service call. And yeah, so I go out there. So let me start off by saying I am not going to defame this local company here in Central Oregon that I go behind all the time and call them out on their bullshit. So they send out one of their I'm going to tell it like it is. They're going to send out one of their piece of shit guys because he is a piece of shit, and I'll tell you why. You can't blame the company you work for being a piece of shit. You can only look inside. And if you work for this company and you're using these tactics on people, you're a piece of shit. And if you feel like you're forced to do that, then go work for somebody else or work on your own. Because I don't put up with that crap. So this project, this service call was another air conditioner, okay? And they've been jerking these people around for about 2 years, 2 summers. Telling them their compressor's bad. First they told them their fan was bad. They told them it's old, that it can't be replaced or that it can't be repaired, etc., etc. The whole spiel, the sales tech mantra that they try to put on these consumers. And so I went out there and I knew right away. I went, pushed the contactor with my finger, heard a little buzz, the old capacitor death buzz. You know where I'm going with this. Swapped out the capacitor. I pulled the lid off the AC, sprayed the coil down, cleaned it up, cleaned up the vestibule real good, the electrical compartment in the AC. I went and inspected the indoor coil, made sure it wasn't filthy, it looked okay. Made sure the customer had clean filters. They had two return grill filters, filter return grills, and I made sure those were clean. They said they had just put some in recently, and they looked good. Made sure all the registers were open. Put the capacitor in. The thing fired right up, no problem. Just a matter of doing a little bit of lipstick on a pig with the system. Check the pressures. I had good pressures, R22 pressures. I had a subcooling of 8 to 10. It was kind of fluctuating between 8 and 10. And my superheat was like 21. Good in my book. Vapor saturation was it was kind of coolish in the house and coolish outside. It was kind of wavering around 32, 33. It's going to be fine when that thing has a call to action. It was only about 60 degrees this morning. So ran my test. Everything's fine. $200 out the door. And he was a happy man. And I know you guys are saying that $200 is too cheap, especially on a Saturday, to go and do a air conditioning repair. Look, we all know damn well those capacitors only cost you 10 to 12 bucks at the most. The ones I stock are the Mars ones, and I charged him my $159 service fee and $40 for the capacitor. He tipped me 50 bucks, so I made $250. So do the right thing. It'll help you tenfold. He's going to write me a Google and Facebook review as well. That's worth a lot more than trying to boost up my check on one project and get a bad name. Because now look, this company, who I'm not going to name, but I'm telling you, they drive these. They're everywhere. It's a big company. You see their vans. I mean, almost anytime I leave the house, I'm going to pass at least one of them. They're green and yellow. If you live in Central Oregon, they're green and yellow. Stay away from those green and yellow vans. I'm not going to mention the company's name, but it's green and yellow. And you know who I'm talking about if you live over here. So stay the fuck away from that company because they suck and they will try to leech you out of every dime that you have. Okay? They will try to suck you dry, and I'm not about that. I'd rather do the right thing initially, and maybe I leave some money on the table at the beginning, but I'm going to get it back tenfold because I'm going to have word of mouth that is positive, not negative. That company only has a 2.5-star review on Google. I've looked it up, and there's a reason for that. They're trying to scam people and try to suck them dry, like I said, and be dishonest. Be dishonest. Most importantly. So do the right thing. I'm getting reviews. I'm getting referrals. I'm building a good name for myself. Very little negativity do I get from my customers, and very, very, very infrequently do I misdiagnose something and have someone else come in behind me and save the day. I don't want that happening, and it does happen. I'm not perfect. I've had it happen more times than I care to admit, but I'm doing my best to always do the right thing for people, and you should do the same. And if we all did that, this would be a much better world to live in. I'll leave it at that.